Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. In today's video, I want to have a look at DOT or Polkadot. For those of you that don't know, Polkadot is a layer 0 crypto, which means that it's focused on the interoperability of other blockchains and its own native blockchain. So for example, Polkadot offers users the ability, to create their own blockchains on Polkadot. So it's kind of like a layer 2, what Matic would be to Ethereum, if you get me. It's its own blockchain on top of a blockchain, but now that blockchain that you've just made has full interoperability with all the other Polkadot system blockchains, and I know they've done work with cryptos like Avalanche as well, and Ethereum. Well, I mean, who doesn't really have work done with Ethereum these days? Ethereum seems to be everywhere. But it's very sort of bullish. And another interesting fact that I recently read, I think it was it Crypto Globe? I think I saw it on CoinGecko not too long ago, and I thought I'd read it. Polkadot and Cardano, funnily enough, are the two coins that are leading development right now. They've got the most going on in their communities, in their development spaces. Polkadot and Cardano leading the way with projects being built, trading fees, volume sort of thing, demand for the coin. I mean, I know zooming out, that it doesn't really reinforce that information, but from what Crypto Globe, I think it was Crypto Globe, said, they've got highest number of developers actively working in their ecosystem, not on Polkadot itself, but in the ecosystem. And so, yeah, and a fun little tidbit for you there if you're interested at all. I'm sure the people that are watching this video already well know enough about DOT. So moving past that, let's get to the price. You can see DOT just broke down below this $5 mark. Now it was kind of sitting here for a week, a little bit longer, sort of 10 days sort of time. And obviously we've dropped below, and we've dropped below significantly. We're at this $4.70 mark, but we even went down to $4.50. I think we're going to keep going down. I don't think we're going to consolidate here. I think this is just a brief recovery, and then I think we'll come down to this $4.50 and float around there for a while. I do want to say that our biggest resistance so far this year has been at the $4.20. I do think we'll come back down to that $4.20. Whether it's in a week, whether it's in 2 months, I don't know. But I do think we'll push down to this $4.20, and ultimately I think we'll go down below briefly to some $3.60 mark. And I think that's where huge amounts of buying will take place, and DOT won't go back down below or near that again. I think it'll probably pop back up to a $5 mark and stay there. And the reason I kind of think this is, if we pull up our fib from the beginning of this year, sorry, I'm just lining it up there. We can see that bringing it down to that 420 mark is our lower support band, and sort of this $8 for our peak. We haven't been at $8 for a long time, not since February, mid-February, and it's now mid-August, and we've only gone down since there. And as you can see, we've just been putting in lower high after lower high. I mean, that almost traces perfectly. Almost, but as a general guide, it might trace on a different exchange just with the trading volume, and we can see we're just due for more downward pressure. There is no bullish sentiment at the moment, and September is notoriously a poor month for crypto. Nothing seems to happen in September. We can see as well that Bitcoin, I mean, even today when I checked it this morning, I should have checked before I did this video, but when I checked Bitcoin this morning, it was at 28,400 US dollars. And I mean, a week ago, it was at 29,600, pushing up to 30K sort of thing. Bitcoin's been struggling these last few days. No doubt about it sort of thing. And we can see that Polkadot and the rest of the alt space is basically doing the same. Like I've said, ever since I've started making videos almost 2 months ago now, more than 2 months ago, I've been saying just the altcoin space will follow crypto during the bear market. It will follow it, and be an exemplified version of it. If Bitcoin has a big pump, altcoins will probably pump to a similar degree. If Bitcoin has a big sell-off, altcoins usually have a way bigger sell-off. And we can see here, like before I checked, I think a 10% drop in 2 days from peak to trough, roughly, basically. 10% in 2 days. I can't imagine that stopping either, really. We can see ever since the beginning of this year, we've followed this line down. And funnily enough, this sort of retracement, this fib retracement level dashed line is it's almost parallel. But you can see that we're at it's followed both of them down perfectly. And if we want to get rid of our fibs, I'll pull up a moving average here. We can see that we're still well below our moving average this year. And we've tested it 3 times and still been bashed and knocked below. And now we're coming up to this lower Bollinger Band level, which is at this key 420 level. Smoke weed every day. But it's at this $4.20. I do believe we're going to go back down here. We've broken below the sort of lower level, if you get me. We're below halfway on the lower Bollinger Bands. I see us going way lower. And this is what the price is painting as well. Even if we zoom in sort of and just look at the most recent price action from 21st of July to basically, today, 16th of August, a month, basically. It's just been down, but it's been terrible price action. Again, if we go from the peak to the trough here, down 20%. But that's 20% in general. We've been having drops of like 5% dailies here, 5% here, 5% here, 5%, 10% here, 5% here, 3% here, 4% here. It's just more pain. Like I said when I first started making videos, if you're going to put your money in crypto, put it in Bitcoin. But if you want to be, basically your best bet still would have been probably US dollar. Now, to be fair, Bitcoin, since the beginning of this year, has been doing well. It's outperformed the US dollar. It's gone up compared to its value. But basically every other altcoin is either sat just above its yearly open, like DOT is here. But it's not too far away. It's 60 cent off, 50 cent off from going back down to it. Or you've got something like Rune where it's had a recent rally and it's gone up 80% in 10 days. Either way, it was still a gamble that, in my opinion, wasn't worth it, because if you had £1,000 and if you put 100 quid into a Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then the top 8 biggest alts, or maybe top 7 biggest alts and one alt that you like that's a low market cap, chances are you're in the red. And the only thing that's not keeping you from being totally in the red is Ethereum and Bitcoin, basically. Again, that about wraps up this video, guys. I just wanted to sort of do a video on DOT, because I think it is a brilliant project, absolutely brilliant project, and I think it will do very well next bull run. I mean, short to medium term, I see DOT just going down, basically, following this line all the way to the sort of, sorry, let me unlink this here. I see it going down all the way below 4 quid anyway. I think we'll definitely push below 4 quid. Whether we see that happen here in November at the end of the year, it's possible. I mean, this line doesn't have to play out, but it could well do. I think I'll leave this here so that when I come back to DOT in a month or so, maybe shorter time period, we can see if it's followed. But anyway, definitely short to mean term, the rest of this year, negative price action. Into 2024, I don't know. I really don't know. Anything could happen, to be honest with you. Anything could happen. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below what you think will happen to DOT. If you're bullish on the coin, I'd like to hear your story. Why? Prove me wrong, sort of thing. I'll happily have a chat with you. Always enjoy it. Anyway, take care, guys. Thanks very much, and peace.